Hi, this is Joy with Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. This is a 1-hour gentle yoga class. We'll start with some seated breathing and grounding. We'll come into some seated warm-ups, make our way to standing poses, and then back down to the ground again for a few more postures and relaxation. So welcome. Just giving folks a moment to get on and get set, get all your yoga gear set up. If you have something you can pull out for a strap, for blocks, go ahead and do that. Blanket, pillow, or towel to sit on. And we're gonna start right away. I'll just let you know I won't be live next Sunday. You can catch the recordings. And also for the live Sundays, eventually we're gonna move to Zoom most likely. So the best place to find info on when these classes go towards Zoom is on the Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness website. Lastly, if you are local to Berkshire County, feel free, please, I would love to have you join me on Tuesday evenings, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Springside Park. It's gorgeous there. You do have to sign up beforehand because it's a limit of 11 or 12 people, something like that. So we're gonna get started. Find a comfortable seat. And you're gonna sit up on the edge of your folded blanket or towel or pillow, even on your block, whatever you're using, but sit up on something to help your pelvis tilt forward a bit and give your spine room to lift. So before you settle into your seat, if you're on a block, just be gentle because it's hard and sharp, but rock your pelvis a little bit forward and back. Feel your tailbone tuck sort of towards the earth and then back away from you. And we're really doing this to feel how the pelvis can tilt. Notice when you tilt your tailbone towards the earth, you're slouching. If you can see, my back is rounded, I'm hunched. And when you tilt your tailbone back away from you, your heart comes forward, it lifts, and you can sit up tall. So just notice how your pelvis is tilting and if it's supporting your seat or not. Legs can be crossed. If that's not comfortable, one leg out, two legs out, really whatever works for you, as we're gonna start with some easy breathing. So if your body can rest, then you can focus on your breath more easily. So today, for the theme, as we move throughout class, we'll think about, from the Yoga Sutras, Sthira Sukham Asanam, meaning a strong, easy posture. So we want our poses to have integrity. We want to feel our strength and stability, and equally create ease, pleasure. Find that right now. Set yourself up so you feel steady, and make room then for ease. So legs, however it feels good. Let's take our hands to Gyan Mudra, representing Om, all things connected. Palms to the sky, and then thumbs touch pointer fingers. The other fingers extend out and away. Rest that right down towards your legs. Sit up tall, remember the pelvic tilt. One time, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down. Let your eyes close or turn softly towards the earth and feel the back of your neck long. So your chin is just gently tucked, not all the way, not jutting out, creating a long spine. Start to feel your breath. Notice the sound of your breath. And for a moment, make your breath your focus. When your mind wanders, totally normal, no big deal. Just bring it back to your focus. Feeling your breath, hearing your breath. And throughout class, this is your anchor, your breath. feeling it, hearing it. And this is the practice. The practice is coming back again. It's not perfection. It's not never feeling annoyed or distracted or tired. No, it's coming back again to whatever it is you've chosen to focus on, to practice, to create. Just one more moment, focus on your breath, feeling, hearing. And connect now with your own intention for class, what it is you'd like to make space for. And let's take a few cleansing breaths together where we inhale through our nostrils and then almost like a sigh, exhale through an open mouth. Just a few. Letting go breaths, they're sometimes called. And then relax your hands, palms down towards your thighs. Tuck your chin to your chest. And as if you had a paintbrush on your nose, imagine painting circles in the air. Gently rolling your head, massaging your neck. Let your breath be full, rhythmic. And as you roll your head, find a balance between maintaining the integrity of your seated posture and at the same time allowing for your body's creative nature. So you're not rigid like a statue, or you're not worrying so much about sitting up straight that you turn into a pole. You're human, you're feeling, you're breathing, and we're just striving for balance, for strong, easy postures. Start to go the other way. And throughout class, always take good care of yourself. Make any changes to what I'm leading to feel even better in your body. Give yourself a large creative license. I trust that you know your body, your energy better than anyone else. So I'm here as the guide, the teacher, and ultimately, you know what will suit you the best. Take your chin down to your chest and lift your head all the way up. Turn your heart in the direction of your right leg. Inhale, take your torso forward and around. Exhale, back and around for heart to earth circles. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. And that's it. We're going to stick with these for a little bit. As we warm up, just notice your body. Notice what messages your body gives you in the moment, what information, and that way you can respect it most. When you're ready, start to go to the other direction. It's inhale when you come forward and exhale as you come back. Feel free to bring in the cleansing breaths, the letting go breaths at any time throughout class. Come back up to center. If your legs are crossed, take them wide to a soft V. And just let them rest. We're not going to worry too much right now about keeping the feet flexed or anything like that. We're going to let the legs just kind of be and think about the pelvis and the upper body. Hands to thighs. We're doing seated cat and cow. So as you inhale, take your heart forward, elbows back, chin forward. And then as you exhale, round your spine, straighten out your arms, tuck your chin. Inhale, forward with your heart, your tailbone points to the space behind you. Exhale, round your back, your tailbone points towards the earth, so you feel your pelvis rocking like we did at the beginning. Inhale, open the front of the body. Exhale, open the back of the body. And we're going to stay with this. Arms can stay down by your legs. If it feels better, you can open and close your arms almost like wings. See what feels good, and if the legs in V is not comfortable for you, you can come back to the crossed legs, the easy pose there. Breathing fully. Good. And come to center, relax your arms. Inhale, take both arms high, palms face each other, arms parallel. Exhale, come over to your right side, right hand towards the earth, left arm reaches overhead, torso facing front. Flex your feet now, toes to the sky. Inhale, center, arms reach. Exhale, side bend to the opposite direction. Inhale, center, backside heavy. Exhale, long side body as you side bend. Inhale, center. We're going to keep going with these flowing side bends. And they are flowing. We're going for a gracefulness, a dancing sort of emotion, a fluidity, body moving with the breath at your own intuitive rhythm. Inhale to center. As you exhale, gently bring your hands to the earth in front of you and walk your hands out a tiny little bit. With a flat back, come forward. Feet are flexed now, toes to the sky, kneecaps facing the sky. And you settle in. We're only at the start of this gentle practice, so check in with your body. How do your hamstrings feel here? If it's too intense, come out of the pose a bit. Bring your hands closer towards your body, sit up taller. And just the same, if it would feel true to you and good to go deeper, allow yourself that. Tune in, reconnect to your breath as we'll hold here for probably 30 more seconds to a minute. So we'll be here for a little bit. Give your body a chance to soften. Finding Sthira Sukham Asanam, a steady, enjoyable posture. Walk your hands in with a flat back, sit to neutral. Take your torso to face your right leg again. One hand in front, one in back. Feet are flexed still. Inhale, twist to center, both arms lift. Exhale, belly pulls in, twisting to the left. Arms come down, one in front, one in back, long spine. Inhale, center, arms reach. Exhale, pull your belly in, twisting to your right this time. Inhale, center, and we're going to stick with these seated flowing twists. Inhaling each time you come center, exhaling when you come into the twist. As you flow, keep your spine long and lifted. Imagine your vertebrae stacked securely, one on top of the other. You can always close your eyes if you like when we're doing something like this. Simple, seated, repetitive. You can close your eyes if you like because you know you're safe, you're not going to fall over or anything like that. And sometimes closing the eyes can create a deeper and more focused internal connection. Now when you are facing your right leg, soften the twist so your hips are grounded, sitting bones to the floor, and your heart is facing towards your outstretched right leg. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, take your belly forward towards your right thigh. Your hands walk out in front. Feet are flexed, and we're going to settle in here. So just like we did when we folded center, once you're in the pose initially, then tune in again. How does this feel? Would you be better served by going deeper into the pose? Would you be better served by coming out of it a little bit? What is going to help you create the best experience for you? Long spine, so you're just looking down towards your leg. Open heart, so you're not collapsing and rounding forward. Now, ground your right hand towards the earth on the outside of your right leg. The left arm is going to move. So on an inhalation, sweep your left arm out to the side, up to the sky, and then as you exhale, reach overhead. Now the front of your body is facing in front of you. Your heart, your belly is facing right out in front. And you're in a side bend as you reach overhead. Imagine energetically the shape of a rainbow coming up and out your left arm and fingertips, and that rainbow is going to land somewhere beyond your right foot. Deep breaths. You can look straight ahead of you. If your neck is sore, tuck your chin, look down towards your right leg. And on an inhalation, come up to center. Exhale, both arms down. We're going to set up for the other side. So turn your torso towards your left leg. Right hand comes in front. Left in back. Feet are flexed. Inhale, center. Exhale, belly towards thigh. Hands walk out on either side of your left leg. Gazes down towards your left leg so you can feel that the back of your neck is long. Feel your breath, hear your breath, make those micro self-adjustments. Feel grounded through the backs of your thighs, grounded through your calves, your heels, and grounded through your backside, your pelvis, even. so that your weight isn't pulling you forward, so that you can tell if you feel your right back side lifting, press it back down again. Now the left hand grounds to the mat, and the right hand, inhale, the right hand and arm sweep out to the side. Feel your torso shift as you face front. And then as you exhale, reach your right arm overhead, side bend, so the right side of your body is long. Remember that sort of a rainbow shape. And you can look straight ahead of you, or tuck your chin, look down to your left leg. A few deep breaths here. Recall your intention for class. Make a little space for it. Bring it into your body. And as you inhale, come up to center. Exhale and soften down. Good. We're going to come from this posture to lie down on our bellies. So shift your legs. Have your strap nearby. You may want it for some of these postures. So once you're on your belly, we'll take the tops of the feet to the back corners of the mat. So the legs are opened a little bit. And then bring your hands towards the front corners of your mat. Your middle finger lines up with those corners. So your palms aren't facing straight ahead. They're turned out to either side a little bit. Take your face to look down to the center of your mat. Inhale, start to push down through your hands. Lift your elbows, lift your chest, and at the last moment, lift your head into seal pose. And as you exhale, take your elbows to the earth, unwind your spine, and bring your head down last. We're going to flow with that. Inhale, push into your hands, lift your elbows, lift your chest. Your head is the last thing that lifts, looking forward. And then as you exhale, lower your arms, belly comes down, chest, and forehead towards the mat. Inhale and lift. So we're going to keep going. You can find your own pace. Exhale and lower. And if you want a softer back bend, walk your hands further out in front. Inhale and lift. And then you won't bend as deeply. So see how it works for you. Exhale to lower. And we'll take about 2 more rounds at your own pace. Let your movement be like a gentle wave. Good. Make a pillow with your hands. Take your feet towards the sky, bending your knees, and sway your feet side to side. Just relaxing here. Bring them center and lower your feet down. Your legs together this time. You're going to take your left leg out towards the side of your body until that left thigh is parallel with the front short edge of your mat. The left calf, shin, Lower leg comes out at a 90-degree angle. Flex your left foot so your left ankle lines up with your left knee. There you go. The right foot, your toenails and the top of your foot are pressing into the mat. You can turn your gaze towards the left as well and just relax your head. If you'd like a deeper back bend or you want a little bit more activity in the pose, you can prop yourself up onto your forearms, elbows under shoulders, palms to the earth, fingers spreading wide in a sphinx upper body, looking straight ahead. So see what feels good. In the first variation, you're just opening through the hips. The second, if you add the sphinx pose, upper body, you're then incorporating a back bend as well. So see what feels good for your body, for your energy. And come back towards center, so glide your left leg back to neutral. We're going to take the right leg out towards the side, right thigh parallel with the short edge of your mat. Right ankle is in line with right knee. Flex your right foot. And then either turn your head to the right and rest your hands like a pillow, or come up into that sphinx pose. Elbows under shoulders. Wrists come right out from the elbows, fingers wide and looking straight ahead. See what feels good for you. Whatever you choose, stay connected to your breath. Feel your breath, hear your breath, let it flow. And take your right leg back to center. We're going to play with half bow. So you might want to use a strap and maybe not, but just so you know. So we'll start in sphinx pose. Stretch your legs behind you. Press the tops of your feet to the mat. Come up on your forearms, looking straight ahead. And then bend your left knee, bringing your left foot towards the sky. So this might be good, lifting the foot and hold it there. To deepen, we can reach back around the outside, finding for that left foot, and then you might turn your right forearm parallel to the mat, square your shoulders off front a bit, and engage your left foot towards your back side. Also, if you have a strap, you might like to use your strap. So lots of options in how you want to engage your left foot up into the air and possibly close towards your backside. Send your hip bones towards the earth, and you'll notice how that deepens the stretch through your left quad in front of your thigh. So you push your pelvis, push your hip bones towards the mat. And whatever you've chosen, whatever expression, will gently, really see if you can gently release. And once you release, just rest your head like we did before. Lift your feet. Instead of a sway, circle. Circle both feet in the same direction and circle the other way. And then relax them down. Tops of the feet to the floor. Coming up into sphinx pose onto forearms, elbows under shoulders. So remember, the first expression, lift your right foot towards the ceiling or towards the sky. You can stay right here. You can use your hand to reach back. And then, if so, adjust your left forearm so it becomes parallel to the front edge of the mat. Gently engage your right foot towards your body. Square off your shoulders a bit. Or you can use your strap. So see what feels right? We're taking a few breaths. Push your pelvis towards the earth and notice how the stretch intensifies. Whatever you've chosen, whichever variation, see if you can release softly with control. Come back down, your head makes a pillow. Lift your feet, and then you choose what feels good. The sway, side to side, or the circles. I'm going with the sway this time. You choose, trust your intuition, sway or circles. Take some letting go breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And then relax your legs to center, lower them down to the mat. We're going to come up through tabletop and rest into a child's pose. So head to center, hands pull back, palms ground under shoulders. Start to push to all fours. And then either knees together or knees wide for child's pose. And feel free to put a blanket under your knees if the support feels good. We'll rest in child's pose for a few breaths. Connect with your breath here and make any modifications to be more comfortable. From child's pose, come up to hands and knees. Straighten your knees and legs so they're parallel. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands back. And we've done this before in this class. We're going to push your weight back towards your feet into a little squat. Woo. We're not going to stay for long. Straighten out your feet, feet to the earth. Ground them, feet parallel, then bend your knees a bit, eyes open, start to roll your spine up to stand. Good. We're going to loosen up a little bit here. So, start with the wrists, just rolling the wrists. Your stance, feet parallel. Roll the other way. And let's do shoulders. Inhale up, exhale down. If it feels good, only if it feels okay, turn it into arms. Inhaling up, exhaling down, moving back. If that's too deep of a motion, just stick with the shoulder rolls. Good. Hands to thighs. Bring your hands to the center of your thighs, not your knees. We're going to circle the knees in one direction. Easy does it. Full breathing. Let your body be soft here. And circle the other way. Good. Step wide and circle your hips in one direction. Arms can do whatever they like. You can have hands on your hips. You can dance your arms. You can circle your arms, or just keep them on your sides. Whatever feels good for you. This process is just loosening the body, getting oxygen. Circle the other way. Feel your feet as you do. We're circling the hips, but feel your feet connect to your mat. Come back to center. Let your arms dangle now, and we're going to come into some standing twists. The motion comes from your center. Pull your belly in a little bit, activate your core, and start an easy torso twist, side to side. I like to lift my foot as I twist. Some people feel better keeping both feet grounded. See what feels natural, what feels good. Belly pulled in. Arms along for the ride. Good. All right. And then come back to center. We'll do some standing sun salutations. So you might like to use blocks or a chair or the wall. We will have standing forward fold. That's what those props are for. Also, please know you can, as you fold, you can also take your hands to your thighs, and that can be your support, your own body that way. So set yourself up, feet parallel, maybe about 5 or 6 inches between them. Hands to prayer pose, palms pressing together at your heart. And before we start to flow in the standing sun salutations, we'll just connect in mountain pose, Tadasana. Mountain pose, tuck your tailbone gently towards the earth. Stand tall, relax your shoulders. Find a gaze ahead of you to focus on softly, or close your eyes. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your breath, hear your breath. And embrace, call in the energy of a mountain. Grounded, majestic, peaceful. Call that energy in to your own body. Beautiful. And we'll start to flow. Open your eyes if they're closed. Relax your arms down. Inhale, take your arms up, palms face each other, parallel. Exhale, fold forward. So hands come to thighs, to your props, to shins, to the floor, whatever works. Inhale, lengthen your spine, imagine your back like a table. Exhale, fold down, spine like a waterfall. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms high again, palms touch this time. Exhale, hands to your heart. And that's our cycle. Inhale, lift your arms parallel, stand tall. Exhale with a flat back, fold down, hands to your thighs, your props, your shins, the floor. Inhale, lengthen your back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, surrender, hang your spine and let it go. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms high, palms touch. Exhale your hands to your heart. We're going to keep going. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale with a flat back, fold down. Let your spine hang. Inhale, lengthen your spine, coming halfway up, flat back. Exhale, surrender again like a waterfall. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms high, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do one more cycle. Inhale, lift your arms, reach high, arms parallel. Exhale, come forward and down, flat back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold down, soften. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms high overhead. Exhale, palms to heart. Good. Feel a few breaths here. Feel your body. Relax your arms. Inhale, standing. As you exhale, bend your knees. We're coming to chair pose. Drop your backside. And then reach your arms forward. Thumbs to the sky, palms facing one another. Space in between. Alternately, you can try hands to prayer or arms to sky. See what feels good? Arms out in front is sort of a middle way. Hands to prayer is more restful. Arms to sky is more engaging in terms of action. What feels right for you? Another breath or so. You can do it. Bring a smile to your face. Find ease. Inhale, reach to the sky, stand. We're going to exhale, shake it out. Shake your hands down, exhale, open mouth. We're going to do that again. Inhale, sweep your arms straight up and out and up, rather. Out in front and up. And then exhale through an open mouth, shake your arms down. Great. We're going to practice a little bit of balance. You can move your blocks if you were using blocks. We're going to work a little bit with eagle pose, eagle pose. So if you're using a standing support, it could be nice to just stand against a wall with the wall at your back, actually. We'll start with the mountain pose base. Hands to the waist, which helps balance, I find. You're going to shift the weight to the right leg. Take a moment to pause before we go anywhere. Feel your right foot grounding to the earth. Feel your torso long, your head buoyant, your breath full. You're going to lift your left heel and cross your left leg over your right. And so the left ball mound of your foot is touching the floor, but the heel is lifted. So this is option one, to stay here with your left foot touching the floor. And it's every option is beautiful and every option is yoga. So take your hands now, palms face front, reaching fingers towards the earth, and start a soft bend through your back knee. We're going to include the arms. Palms pressed together, hands are level with your forehead, and then as much as is okay for you, close your forearms and elbows together. And they're up off the chest. So either like this, if you want more challenge in the balance, that left leg lifts and crosses up and over. So see, all about the options. Feel your breath. And if you're using the wall, you're just giving the wall your weight with your back against the wall. Relax your arms back to palms face front, fingers reach to the earth, and start to unwind. Good. Just shake it out. So that's our eagle pose, Garudasana, with many variations. So starting again on the other side, if you're at the wall, you just look like this. Ground your weight to your left leg. Lift your right heel off the floor and cross that right leg over, touching the right toes and ball mound to the earth. Palms face front, fingers to the earth. Bend into your left knee so your seat drops. And you can keep your arms towards the floor, or this time, interlace your fingers behind you. Stretch your knuckles down in the direction of your tailbone. And know you can stick with hands by your sides, or like we did the first time, elbows lifted. Either keep the legs with your front foot to the earth, or lift and cross. So see what feels good? Squeezing the legs towards one another, focusing on a still point, breathing. Take your hands, palms facing front, off to your sides, fingers towards the earth, and slowly unwind. Beautiful. Shake it out. Good. Come up near the front of your mat, feet parallel. Inhale, take your arms high. Lift your heart, send your hips forward, lift your heart. Exhale, come to center. Bend your knees, bring your hands to the ground. And step down on hands and knees. Sweep your legs out in front. Rock a little bit side to side to really ground your sitting bones. Flex your feet, toes towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back. Press your palms to the earth. If your hands reach the ground, push into the ground. Mine don't quite reach, so I'm just pushing my energy down through my palms. Flexed feet, push the backs of your legs to the mat. Sit up tall, looking straight ahead in staff pose. As you inhale, sweep your arms up alongside your ears, and then as you exhale, take your belly towards your thighs. Hands come down on either side of your legs. Open and lift through your chest. And we'll settle in for a few rounds of breath here in seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Looking down towards your toes, lengthening your spine. And feel free to bend your knees to relieve some intensity from your hamstrings. Here we just want to keep a focus on a lengthening through the spine. So if you notice you're like in seated cat and cow, if you're going into a seated cat and you're rounding your back and shrugging your shoulders forward, we don't want that. So you can remember from the very beginning of class the pelvic tilt. If your pelvis is a bowl, you spill the bowl forward and your tailbone points out and back to the earth behind you. That gives you lift, where you can now create the opening and expanding across your chest. Letting go breaths. Good. Line yourself up with your feet at the front of your mat. We're going to come onto our backs, and I'll guide you in a supported bridge for one of our poses. So grab a block or a blanket or pillow, something you'll be able to use to give you a little lift in that posture. And then when you're ready, come right on down to your back. You can challenge yourself by flexing your feet, reaching your arms out, and rolling or pulsing down. If you don't want to challenge, that's perfectly great too. Just use your arms, support yourself, and come on down. We're going to rest a moment once you get there. See if there's anything intuitive your body wants for a movement or a stretch when you're on your back. For me, my body said to windshield wipe my legs in and out. Your body might tell you to stretch your arms overhead, hug your knees in, or something else. Just make room for that possibility. Don't have to force it. We just want to make room for it. All right. Bring your feet to the floor, ankles under knees, feet parallel, maybe about 5 or 6 inches between them, just like in mountain pose. You're going to take, whether you're using your block, a pillow, or a blanket, keep your head looking up to the sky. You're going to push down through your feet, lift your hips, and then place your prop underneath your sacrum. Push down through your feet, lift your hips, place your prop underneath your sacrum, and rest your pelvis down onto your prop. Now, where do your arms feel good? You can glide your shoulder blades down your back, turn your palms up, arms away from your sides. You could reach your arms overhead. Or maybe rest your hands on your belly. See what feels good for you with your arms. And we'll stay for a few rounds of breath. Starting to transition, push down through your feet, lift your hips, remove that prop, place your thumbs underneath your backside and lower your backside down onto your thumbs. Bring your knees towards your belly, your feet up towards the sky. So we're going to rest here in a simple supported shoulder stand. You can always come against the wall or put a strap around your feet. We won't be here too long. Release your hands. Open your arms out like a T, palms down. Bend your knees. Make your calves parallel to the floor and gently lower those legs down towards your left. So coming into twist, what variation feels good for you? You might like to take your left hand, bring it on the outside top of your right thigh for some extra weight. You might prefer a cross-legged twist. See what feels right. Gaze can be in the same direction as your knees, up to the ceiling, or away from your knees, which will be the deepest twist. for your spine. So twisting the whole spine from tailbone up through the lower back, the lumbar spine, through the mid-back, thoracic, into the neck, the cervical, the spine running all the way up into your skull. So as you're in your twist, just be aware of that. You know, it's the whole spine. It's not just one part. You know, it's not just your waist or where you might feel it. It's the entire beautiful, important spine. Take your head to center. Pull your belly in a little bit. Engage your belly muscles to bring your knees, your legs back to center. Calves parallel to the floor, and gently soften your legs over and down to the right. Set yourself up in any twist variation that feels good. You can bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg. You can cross your legs. You can lower your knees onto a block or a blanket and turn your gaze where it feels good for you. Let gravity do the work. Remind your body that we're near the end of class, that we're coming to rest, we're slowing down, letting go. Remind your breath that we're coming to rest. Pull your belly in a bit. Bring your knees to center. Take your hands onto your knees. Hug your knees in. You can flex your feet. Inhale. Lift your shoulders. Lift your head. Bring yourself to a little ball. Hold your breath for a moment. Exhale. Lower your shoulders. Lower your head. Lower your feet. And start to get comfortable for Shavasana. Traditionally, the legs open out towards the bottom corners of the mat. The shoulder blades tuck under and rest on the upper back. Palms face the sky, hands out, away from hips, and the head is center, eyes closed. You can also place a bolster, pillow, or blanket behind your knees or behind your head. You can take fetal position or sit up in a meditation. So this will be our Shavasana time, but you do not have to take traditional Shavasana pose, corpse pose, if that doesn't feel good for you. Start to settle yourself in whatever posture does feel the most relaxing. This is a part of practice at the end where we intentionally embrace stillness. So, intentionally embrace stillness. Let your body be soft and grounded. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Soften all the muscles of your forehead. Make your belly so soft and peaceful. Your breath like a lullaby. And as you rest in stillness, let the stillness embrace you like a sweet hug. No, there's nothing to do right now. The goal is just to be here now. And as you rest, bring some, as much as you can and are willing, some loving intention for yourself, some loving energy. Let that come into the space and hold you as you rest. May your rest be peaceful. May your rest be healing. May you know that you are sacred and precious and sweet. And as distractions may come, softly come back each time to your goal, your focus of resting, of doing nothing, of just being for only a few moments in Shavasana. Recall your intention for class. Imagine breathing it in into every cell of your body. Feel what that feels like for your intention to be true, to be real, to have, experience, and live whatever it is you created with your intention. Feel it. And start to move again, how it feels good. It could be small wiggle of fingers and toes. It might be big, full body stretching. Bring movement back in a natural way. And let your movement guide you to rest on one side. And come all the way back to seated, finding a Skira Sukha Masana, a firm, easeful seat. Let's take a hand to the chest and a hand to the belly. Feel your own body, your own self there. And I invite you to sing the sound of Om with me, or just listen if you want. All things are one, all things are connected. And if you are chanting with your hand on your chest, feel that vibration in your body. It's really neat to feel, and it's a nice, I think, thing to focus on. So eyes closed for 3 sounds of Om. Take your hands to prayer, bow your head, and have a moment connecting to the spirit inside you. Namaste. I honor the spirit in you. Thank you for joining. I won't be here live next week. And I'll be moving to Zoom eventually, so check out Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness website to find out information going forward about how to join on Zoom. If you're in the area, please join me on Tuesday evenings at Springside Park. I would absolutely be thrilled to have you and practice in those gorgeous gardens. Always feel free to message me, Joy Ruben on Facebook for requests. And it's been a pleasure. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Take good care.